Good, good morning. In this case, I will present about the project VitaJack, reinventing vegan meats, expected and unexpected bites. I am the team number 9. My name is Sarita Jacqueline Romero Vázquez. My mentor are Diego Garcia and Maria Jesus Serrano. About the current situation happen in these moments, we have a problem with some meat products because produce color cancers, obesity, and cardiovascular diseases. And that is due to have a high amount of cholesterol, saturated fatty acid, and salts. What is the strategy in this case? Is to eat, in this case, less meat. But we need to this type of proteins. How we supply these ones? One of the alternative in this case is use plant-based meat analogs, PBME. However, with additional of this one, it's necessary we replicate the textures and even the flavor, but we have some problems. The first one is we have we have lack motivations to change the people. We have a insufficient perspective because we have the idea the meat products usually have a high amount of proteins, and if we only eat only plant-based meat analogs, we don't have enough proteins. And another is about the taste. What happened with vegan market in Europe? Actually, the countries eat more, how do you say, meat? Sorry, vegan products are Austria, Germany, and Denmark. And in related of gender, women usually eat more, and generation, actually the new generation like millennials and Generation Zeta usually eat in these moments. About economic issues, the majority of persons have a high incomes individuals usually eat more vegan products related of employment status. Usually people have full time. In this case, our main consumers are people usually seeking look at natural ingredients, usually have a good economic status, and also to work a lot. In this case, don't have a lot of time. Therefore, through our marketing analysis, we have our target market. The ideal market for us in this case is that people have a high incomes individuals, particularly millennials and Generation Zeta, and our barriers mainly include the lack of motivation to change the habits, and about the perception insufficient idea of energy bring only eat plants. And another is about the taste and satiety. We don't have a lot of variety of possible presentations to be easily to eat and produce different type of dishes. So, about the solutions we bring, in this case, the jackfruit will try to mimic the meats, like bring a natural flavor and fibrous structures. Another is the situation of insufficient energy and satiety. In this case, we add a high source of proteins by plants way, the quinoa and beans. If you look at this amount of proteins will bring 40 grams for each 123 in the case of beans in 100 grams. Additional of this one, jackfruit and quinoa bring a high amount of fiber, which is important and bring a strong nutritional value. About the lack of motivation, we try to be more easily to prepare because we have a people usually work in full time and also try to eat well. In Germany, around 32% of people usually eat vegan meat in form of patties, if you look at this one. Therefore, we focus now in the idea to produce just a little prepared food, easily to make, and also have different way to prepare. About the develop to this product, we focus firstly to use the to these plants raw materials. We change will produce in flowers, and then we use the process called extrusions, the high moisture extrusion, when we add little by little water, and that produced we have in this case to mimic the textures and flavor of the meat. That is important. We use HMEE. Then we add the colorants, we add, as we mentioned, the additional flavorings, and also then we packaging, we develop this form through the cutting, then the cooking for avoid the presences of microorganisms could damage the product, extend shelf life processing, we using these packagings, and then cooling for save the products, and then packaging and storage. Nutritional functionals, if you look at this one, we have a high amount of protein, carbs, and also fibers. Our product in this case, as we mentioned before, we have four patties, and also we have 100 grams for each patty approximately. This is the amount of each patty. In this case, if you look at this one. So this is the total fat and total protein. This one is compliance with the amount of the protein is necessary for one burger. If you look at this one, the content limit for protein is 50% and the fat content is 25%. If you look at this one, the fat even is low. We don't have a high amount of fat, and also we have a high amount of dietary fibers, 22% around. The unique selling proportion, so we are a fusion of three type of ancient products: Andean quinoa, red beans, and also young jackfruits that create 100% plant-based patty. We have a clean label, nutritional rich, and authentic tasted and texture. The branding and packaging is this one. It is a monomaterial polyethylene, which is recyclable, and also this one is the packages. Here we put the nutritional factors, the ingredients, how we could cook the most normals, to be honest, by grill or electricity or by fan, and another way we save with with handling, and this one is the QR, which when you're scanning, can you see the websites? And this one is no nutritional value, which is high. This is our financial overview. We try to see the cost of each part of the process. If you look at this one, and the sale, in this case, we have a profitable of 42% of 86 percentage. We have to we see, for example, each patty costs around $2, and the idea of the first production, we have 50 packagings which produce around 2,000 burgers. The gross margin will be 30% of profits, which is high. And so about the marketing mix, we have the product, price, place, and promotions. About the product, we try to put more in emphasis about the ingredients we have, and also we don't have a artificial additive. Everything, to be honest, is natural. About the price, is accessible price, and also we have four portions on each packaging. This is the individual. It's mainly for consumers, the direct consumers. The place, actually we try to focus on German and in German countries, mainly because the people are more interested to see, in this case, vegan products. At the same time, the people usually visit the famous vegan coffee shop. This is one of the way we could introduce to the people, mainly because have a new flavor, and people in vegan coffee shop usually like to experiment, and mainly millennials and Generation Zeta. About the promotion, we try to use, in this case, social media like a Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, and TikTok, and even some video ads. To be honest, to have focus in the sustainables and also have a nutritional components, have the brand jackfruit. About our competitions, in this case, more near of us is Naturally Food. This is our main competitors. The other ones use organic products, but it's usually use artificial additives, and also it's more for it's not related of the new type of products, or try to experiment new type of ingredients in contrast to us. This is our main competitor. Is a direct competitor, to be honest, because have the idea to experiment as us, and also the idea to try to prove with quinoa and jackfruit and beans could be possible. This we do. This is the treat. However, we have the opportunity to tag a premium retail and organic shop vegan cafes. That is our main points. And another, it's about the strength. We have a unique recipe. We don't repeat in another parts. And at the same time, however, we have a little weak related because we are a new brand. For that is necessary the people know our brand at the beginning, rather than to sell firstly. About the risks, we are the situation of consumer acceptance. We try to mitigate with clear communications, supply chain stability. We have a new product, and also we could have problems with the raw material supplies and price competition. We have the situation of we have some risk about the people could reduce the price or even have as with as I mentioned, people could reduce the price. However, we also try to differentiate from the another meat alternative. We try to use recyclable packaging easily to open. Sorry. About the international strategies, as we mentioned before, we try to focus in three main countries: Germany, Denmark, and Austria. So we try to use the local adaptation global vision. Firstly, is understand our consumers, and therefore we try to focus on the places usually visit or usually are interested, are usually try to find new type of products. Try to prove new type of brand like us. So in this case, the best way is finding in the local vegan cafe and also vegan influencers. That is because in local vegan cafes sometimes have a new recipes, new products, and the people usually try to prove. In related of vegan influencers, we could the idea is make a deal with some popular vegan influencer in these three countries, because by this way, because the influencers could help to the people more interested in our product because it's new, and by this way recognize the brands, the goals and objectives of the brand and our product. Then after that, the people know more about our product and want to buy and want to eat these patties. And recently we have the opportunity. Well, the website we start to sell more. That is the idea. We start to sell more, and also we have world promotions to promote and people know more about our brand. And also start to sell it in vegan markets because just the people know, and so it's more easily visit the vegan markets in this case because the people want to buy this product will be more the people will know more about this product, and so we accelerate the visibility and confidence in the consumers. The idea is that the beginning, as I mentioned before, people know our products through social media influencers, and then after that move to the more traditional vegan markets, because the people just know what exactly what new product will buy. About the sustainability and product impact, we try to focus on the green Lean Six Sigma. In this case, we try to focus on the each step we create our product. By this way, the idea is reduce as much as possible the waste and from the beginning until the last part. Therefore, it's necessary we use 5S and a statical process in the beginning for preparing the flour and have the exact amount we need in each part. Then after that the shaping is necessary because the idea we have the to recycling this these patties when don't have the exact shape, and also add some EOT sensories to improve this work. Then after that, the cooking, and in this case we use sensor for temperatures and time, and also we have visualized the management for cooking. About the cooling, in this case we try to use some sensors to detect the cooling, and also we use a chart to detect how is the movement of the temperature during all the time for detect any days variation or something like this. And about the packagings, in this case we use in this case the monomaterial polyethylene, which is a product is recyclable. And for control all our process and see we are focused more for sustainability, productivity, impact, we use in this case green KPA, which is we try to focus in four types of KPIs related of the Lean Six Sigma: energy for kilogram of the products, water footprint, packaging, and also waste valorization rate. Then after that digital and technological integration, as we mentioned, we use QR, which is which permit to connect to the website, which is this one, and also the website have a chatbot to help you what is the nutritional information and also what is the different recipes you can do from our patties. That is important because, as we mentioned at the beginning, the people like the variety and also easily to open, easily to cook, because our main market target is people usually work a lot, need time, and also, but at the same time, try to eat new things. As we mentioned before, the digital technology, we use sensor for improve the productivity and sustainability in each part. The iode-based quality sensor, we focus in this part because the idea is not waste and also try to keep in order and at the same time in control many stage which is reliable to have a good product. About the consumer communication plans, as I mentioned before, we have to promote at the beginning the brands. We try to use the social medias, and this one is the influencer in Germany. Usually show many new products. So I see this influencer will help us to the people know about our brands. And then after that, the product it's possible to also promote by the website, as we mentioned before. And additional of this one, at the beginning, want to use the VitaJack challenge, which is try to encourage the people, create new recipes, fosterings, and by this one, create a loyalty and community about this vegan product. It would have a nutritionals and healthy nutritional ingredients and also ancient uh, nutritional ingredients like the beans, quinoa, and also the jackfruit in Asia. In conclusion, as I mentioned as in conclusion, this product demonstrates a strong potential for launching and innovation sustainability. Combine three incredible ingredients which have a high amount of proteins and fibers and reduce a lot the amounts of fats. At the same time, the clear marketing plans and also we have in this case, sustainable Lean Six Sigma in the supply chains. Additional of this one, the idea their products in the future will have a potential because have a margin and solid ROI to provide economical, viable, and scalable. Thank you so much, and expected the unexpected by powered by quinoa and perfect by jackfruit. Thank you so much.